We worked indoors on getting started with heeling. Now we're going to move it outdoors. So if you have a fenced backyard, you can work there outside next, or you can work on a long line, and I'll also demonstrate on a regular leash. But we're going to start with, this is a 20-foot line I've got. So I've got him on a 20-foot line. He's not, doesn't have total freedom to run around wherever he wants. He's got 20 feet though to use. So he's got a choice to make. He doesn't need to be in heel position again yet until we get further along. So I'm going to just start walking around a little bit with him on the 20-foot line. Anytime he gets into heel position, I'm going to click and reward that. So notice though I'm holding the line in my right hand if I want him on the left side, because I'm going to be ready to feed treats with my left hand. So with the 20-foot line, he can be wherever he wants to be within that 20 feet, but whenever he's in heel position, good things happen. So I'm clicking and rewarding anytime he's in that heel position. So I'm going to move around a little bit more again. So you'll see that if he drops out of heel position, I don't call him back, I don't entice him back, I'm just letting him make a choice at this point. So from the 20-foot line, then we're going to switch. I'm going to show it on a regular 6-foot leash. So we're going to get rid of the 20-foot line and switch to a 6-foot leash. Now he's got fewer choices to make because he's only got 6 feet instead of 20 feet to use. So we'll see how he does. Notice I haven't actually said heel at this point. I'm still just reinforcing him for being in heel position and making that choice, but I'm not requiring it yet. So anytime he's in that position, he gets reinforced. If he's not, I'm not scolding him, not calling him back, I'm just letting him make that choice. Now we're going to take leashes off altogether. So we are going to see how he does off leash when he's got the choice of going wherever he wants. And you'll notice here we are out in the country, so he's got acres and acres to roam. So he's got lots of options to choose from. He's not confined in any way. So he's got lots of opportunities to make wrong choices. We'll see how well he makes correct choices. So he's mostly making correct choices. He did lose me a couple times, but found his way back to heel position pretty quickly. But you'll notice so far I'm rewarding immediately or fairly close after he gets into heel position. Now what I'm going to do is up the ante a little bit, so I'm going to expect more. So if he's going to get a reward, it's got to be several steps in heel position instead of just finding heel position. So now I'm going to expect several steps in heel position to get that reward. So you'll notice going in a straight line is generally a lot easier. Making turns is a little bit harder. So if I'm on the inside of a turn and he's going around, he actually has to speed up to stay in heel position. Whereas if I'm turning into him and he's on the inside position, he actually has to slow down to stay in heel position. So you'll find a lot of times when you're making turns, a lot of dogs will have a tendency to lag behind. Whereas if I'm turning left, have a tendency to run into. A lot of dogs you'll run into because they have a tendency to try and forge ahead. So you may need to help at first when you're making those turns. Notice if I drop my shoulders back, it helps him drop back. Whereas if I need him to turn out, I'm gonna bring my shoulder around so that I'm helping him with my body language understand which way to go. So being a little bit exaggerated with your shoulders on those turns at first will help your dog to understand to speed up or slow down.